At General Hospital, Rocco Falconeri finds himself racked with guilt, overwhelmed by the thought that he may have played a role in Sam McCall's tragic fate. This internal struggle is tearing him apart, clouding his every thought with remorse and regret. Haunted by the notion that he pressured Sam into the liver donation, Rocco can't help but feel that he's the reason Danny and Scout lost their mother. Each day, he replays the moments leading up to Sam's sacrifice, wondering if his encouragement indirectly compelled her decision. But Laura Collins, ever the voice of reason and compassion, sees through Rocco's anguish. Gently, she reminds him that Sam's choice was driven by her immense heart, a decision born not from duty but from the deep generosity that defined her. Laura's words serve as a balm to Rocco's wounded soul, but can they truly relieve him of the heavy burden he carries? Across town, Drew Quartermain grapples with a difficult responsibility, being the bearer of truth for his daughter, Scout. The weight of Sam's absence looms heavily over him, and he knows that Scout deserves honesty, even if it's painful. There's an unspoken tension between them, as Scout senses that the adults around her may be concealing the harsher realities of her mother's demise. Determined to honor her intelligence and maturity, Drew promises to share every new piece of information he learns about Sam's tragic end. He vows to be a rock for Scout, someone she can trust implicitly, a role that demands both courage and vulnerability. In his heart, Drew understands that Scout's trust may be fragile, a delicate connection he must nurture through transparency and empathy. Meanwhile, Carly Spencer observes young Danny Morgan with a mixture of pride and concern. Danny has shown remarkable strength in stepping up to care for Scout in Sam's absence, his sense of duty evident in every reassuring word he offers her. Yet Carly, sensing the strain beneath his brave exterior, reminds him that it's okay to feel sadness and frustration. She gently encourages him to embrace his vulnerability, letting him know that he doesn't have to shoulder the weight of the world alone. Danny's silent resilience inspires her, but she yearns for him to feel safe enough to express the grief and anger bubbling beneath the surface. Carly's advice is not just for Danny. It's a reminder to herself of the healing power that comes from facing emotions head-on. In a different corner of Port Charles, Holly Sutton finds herself standing at a crossroads with Robert Scorpio. Their relationship, built on years of shared history, trust, and secrets, now hangs in the balance. Robert's reluctance to forgive her leaves Holly in a state of emotional limbo. She fears that his lingering resentment may mean the end of their connection altogether. Is this it? She wonders aloud, questioning whether Robert plans to cut her out of his life for good. Though Robert's hurt runs deep, he hesitates to make such a final decision. Instead, he feels the need to pull back, to create a distance that might allow him the space he needs to process the complicated emotions swirling around Sasha Gilmore Corbin's unexpected revelations. Robert's heart is torn between his past with Holly and the possibility of a future with Sasha. The years he lost, the moments they never shared, they haunt him, filling him with a bittersweet longing that's difficult to untangle. A part of him clings to the hope that Sasha will one day open up to him, allowing him the opportunity to bridge the gap between them. This hope is fragile yet persistent, a reminder of the connections that might still be made, the family that could still be built. But as Robert stands on the precipice of his relationship with Holly, he knows that the road ahead is uncertain, fraught with choices that will shape his future and test the depths of his heart.